Hi, teammates. Let's dive into some mysteries. I see Jamie Lee Curtis doing the dance for disguised Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies. Arnold's tape recorder is stuck on the word slowly, 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 and it repeats. This coincides with the fight between the 7 heads and 10 horns of Revelation 17 beast. This scene is like debris. Everything has, at this point, fallen apart. That's what I see going on. This is a scene within itself, and take all this to the Lord. This is what I see. Does this coincide with the gum torso from yesterday? That prophecy, I don't know. It could be within the same time frame. Okay. Article, Portland primed to get hip-hop high school, October 31st, 2009. Zoom in on that. These are the ciphers. Gematria phrase. Hip-hop is to some kids what woodshop or art classes are for other kids, said Tony Simmons, the development director at the high school for recording arts Minnesota in St. Paul. And then I added to that media, ram, horn. Just like Daniel 8, the Media in Persia are the horns of the ram. So I added Media, ram, horn. And with my manipulation of the ciphers, you won't believe what I got. I added all of them up, got 7774, and then divided by the reverse squares. And I got 0.19420919,833. That 1983 there, let me underline that. That 1983 is the year that Ted Kaczynski's spot that he would go to got bulldozed, and a road was made right through it. That tertiary age spot that had waterfalls and cliffs. And that's from Dark Ecology, December 10th notes. My notes, December 10th. That video. And that started the Unabomber's killing spree, basically, was when that happened. And that's 1983. And I'm not saying anything against anyone. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't do anything crazy. And so I went to 942. See this Oi here? I counted that as like BC, kind of like before Christ, because we're living in the time of Legion right now since the goat took out the ram. So I went to what's before that, BC. So I went to 942 BC, and I got Shoshank 1 and iuput A, his son, second son of Shoshank 1, high priest of Ammon and Thebes, governor of Upper Egypt, and commander of the army. That's iuput A. Okay? So I'll zoom in on that. And he's got Raiden in his stomach, Ganesh in his chest, both clawing to get out. Dinosaur laying down, bird with no tail, square on top of mound. That's his hieroglyphs. This is iuput A. And, people said that my vibe when I would smoke weed was crazy. Like, they couldn't look at my shadow and stuff like that. Well, it could be because of all this stuff going on, if this is me. So, and this could be you. Take it all to the Lord. Kevin J. O'Connor train crash. I believe he had, he went to the Area 51 TV, where that Area 51 is, and they put in the fallen angel into the stars, like the celebrities. And for Kevin J. O'Connor, they took out his star seed. I believe Kevin J. O'Connor is a star seed, and that means rash. He's got the rash on his legs, just like the star seeds have. And they took that out to put in the fallen angel into him. That's the TRAN, okay? And that's at Area 51 where they take all the celebrities and leaders and put the fallen angels into them. So that's Kevin J. O'Connor, and that's Raiden. And I'll go up here to this. And then I looked at Microraptor, which represents like my Aunt Lisa's dad, is the micro there. And this is all just symbolism. Don't do anything crazy and don't put words in my mouth. But Brahma laying down Matrix Raptor is the Microraptor. So I believe this guy was the Microraptor. This iuput A, and doesn't have blood of saints equals tail. That means his spot of land that he was in the wheel for. That's that tertiary age dark ecology article. And then heat film is represented by small wings. Now this gets we've gone over this before, but I'll go over it again. It means wind means native, and native GS3 is like John or Johnny. 3T new RC egg S. Okay, so that's and Zach's parking is shown in the heat film, and that's Zach's sparking. Okay, which means one. She neighed the bait back then. Okay, the woman neighed the bait back then. She was like standoffish to it when it was presented to her, and now I think she needs to act like she's gonna take it, to get through what's gonna come. Act like you're gonna take it, but don't. Don't be like standoffish about it, because that's how it's gonna go down this time. This matrix just repeats itself in different stories and it involves different people, and that's going to be the bait this time too. It's going to be the same sort of thing with the fallen angels, and it was fallen angels then too. And I beat myself up because I wasn't there and I didn't see it for myself. But